All right, one more video really quick here. So this is the challenge lock that I had originally sent Armlock, and then he sent it back with some modifications, which I'm not really sure what kind yet. So that's kind of going to be the fun of this thing here. So not sure what's in here. It looks like this is the key. In fact, it looks like it might be a different key if I'm not mistaken. So let's give this guy clockwise tension. We got the H4 and 18 thousandths. This is my favorite pick. I'm probably going to be moving to a different one. Feel some kind of, one is almost binding, but he's squishy. So I'm thinking we have a very strong spring in pin 1. Running 6. Or might be my binder. I'll call it 4. He's up heavily on tension. I got some counter rotation. Not sure if I set him or not. 6 felt about the same. Kind of dead on this core. 6 seemed to pop up really fast. 1 now does seem to be binding. Got some counter rotation on the click. 2. Ooh. Deep false set. Almost lost my attention there. In place. I'm feeling better about myself in that I'm getting a lot better at really employing the jiggle test. Ooh, pin 5. Need some kind of assisted counter rotation. Let's see the set. And 2 now. I get a deeper hook for pin 2. Again, assisted counter rotation. He set. I lost some of my false set. I tapped 3. I got the false set back. I think I'm on 2 again. Ooh. And we're open. Woo! That's tough guy. Really fun to pick this one. The feedback and trying to pay attention to which pins are actually binding, especially with pin 1. I'm gonna just go out on a wing here and assume that there's a strong spring in there, because he almost felt like he was binding at first, but really he was a little bit squishy. Then I had a terrible habit of locking a lock back up after having picked it. So looks like we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pin, what looks like a quick set key, but this is an arrow lock. I think actually this appears to be a quick set keyway too. So I guess I never even really realized that. But the key works very nicely, very smooth. Alright, going to pop him open quickly. It looks like pin 1, maybe that's why he felt like he was binding, but he's a very low cut pin. And then right after him, there's a very high cut pin. So cool and interesting fitting. The thing I like about these mortise cylinders is that they're very straightforward to gut because it's my fault. It fits it well. Turn it. Keep the pins up this time and not make that mistake again. And I'm going to make a liar out of myself because it looks like I need a different follower for this. Kind of, gonna do the job. I think I have a glue stick. I'm gonna grab that. Can't say I really remember what I used to use to gut these. Here's a different size pen. This would be the right guy. I'll do. Oops. And I popped the key pin one out. Okay, so this is interesting. What we have here is this is pinned up to 6 pins. The key is only technically bitted for 5 pins, so we must be riding on the very tip for this pin 6. And what did I do with that? Oh, it's in the thing. I'm an idiot. So we must be riding right here for pin 6. So really neat. Looks like we have some tapered driver key pins. We're gonna pop out this guy, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and pin 6. So this is interesting. We've got all standards except a couple of them look like they're tapered where my computer is. So pin 1 tapered, and I'm facing the other way. Pin 2 is just standard, it looks like. Pin 3 tapered. Pin 4 standard. Pin 5 standard. And pin 6 is also tapered. So that's interesting. I know that ace locks are big on tapering. Ooh, this is a really cool pen here. Got a kind of a, my camera sucks, I apologize. It's kind of a taper, or not a taper, it's like a serrated chalice. I might as well dump this spring while we're at it. Interestingly, I don't know if there's anything special about, I guess, yeah, okay, so that's a big spring. This is a big spring, and this is a long driver. Let me keep in. My bad. My on-the-fly lock nomenclature needs work. Look at this guy. We've got a very interesting deep spool here. I just want to check these driver pins for any tapering. Now, I might not really get all of these springs out. I'm not going to worry about it, but pin 2 looks like it's a similar, if not identical, type of spring as pin 1. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the orientation on pin 3 here is with the big part out into the keyway shear line because it appears to be tapered. This one, really cool, really good job on the kind of jealous. It looks like you must have some really decent equipment to do these things. Another kind of, I don't know what a barrel pin looks like. I think it's a little bit similar to this, but it kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, this is Armlock's return challenge. We'll take a look at this thing here. Keep a knife handy. Okay, so the stuff in here is just the innards from my original challenge lock. I'm gonna have to find a bag or something for that. But this was very cool, very fun. I think basically what I'll probably do is send this off to somebody else to do. I certainly think your modifications are better and more interesting than mine with the tapering, and these pins are just beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna put this fella back together. Oops. That's the one kind of hard thing with these very specialized, custom pins is doing these challenge locks is really gotta pay attention to the orientation of the pin. Pin forward. I don't suppose I have to keep recording for the reassembly, but thank you for the challenge lock. Very fun, and this one was fun too. And in fact, I think maybe to the chagrin of a challenge lock maker, something that made me kind of happy was actually being able to get them picked on camera without, having to stop recording because I couldn't do it. That's a good ego boost, especially given how many times I've tried to catch myself picking my multi-lock junior, which doesn't like me. Anyway, I'll end the video here and get this guy put all back together.